What's up, YouTube? So, I've been thinking about something lately, and I guess I wanted to do a discussion about it today. So I've been thinking about bullying, particularly bullying as far as like yo-yoing and getting bullied for yo-yoing, or just getting bullied in general. But like, just to kind of keep it into the theme of the channel, we'll talk about getting bullied for yo-yoing. So I've heard a couple of people say before that they had been bullied for yo-yoing, or they don't take their nicest or their best or their favorite yo-yos places for fear of bullying, and they're afraid of the other kids are going to take them or whatever. Now, you're saying to yourself, Tom, you're an adult. Do you have a problem with that? No, I don't. I haven't had, it's like I said, it's weird for me to think about because it's not a thing that I've had a problem with for a really long time. However, I've got little kids. My son is 4, my daughter is 2. My daughter doesn't really have, but my son, he doesn't get bullied because he's kind of a bigger kid and he's outgoing and he sticks up for himself, which works for, kids that are all about that size. But it's kind of starting to start a little bit. And I remember when I was a kid, it happened, and it happened all the time. I tried never to be a part of it, but I was bullied on occasion, and I'm sure there's plenty of people who were bullied harder than I was, but basically that's what I wanted to talk about today. So, for me, what is it? So, I play yo-yo as an adult, and quite frankly, it doesn't matter to me what people say to me. Now, have I gotten weird looks like, what is that guy playing with a yo-yo? Or have my friends given me crap about it like, you nerd, why are you playing with a yo-yo? Like, yeah, I get that. But that doesn't bother me at all, because at the end of the day, those guys are still my friends, and I razz them harder than about everything else than they could ever razz me on about a yo-yo. But that's, that's sort of something different. But, it doesn't matter to me because I'm an adult, so, and, I'm married, I have kids, I have a house, I have cars. It's not like you're not going to hurt me with words at this point. I've said before that I don't care. So there's a lot of things that, like, I guess kind of go over my head, or maybe even that I don't think about because of that and because of the situation that I'm in and kind of just how I've always been and who I've always been. So I'm a pretty outgoing guy. I've always pretty much been this way. And, I can be confrontational. I've been working on that lately, but as a kid, if anybody ever bullied me, I confronted them. And I'm not recommending anybody do this because I took plenty of punches to the face, which is why I look like that. No, I'm just kidding. But I took plenty of hits because I was confrontational at times, maybe too confrontational. My mom always said I was looking for trouble, but I don't feel like I was looking for trouble. But, maybe I was. Maybe that was part of it. But, as far as being able to deal with it and everything, I've never had too much of an issue because of how I come off. I'm a difficult target, basically. I'm loud, I cause a scene. Have I been hit a couple of times? Yeah, absolutely. And this is why I'm not going to recommend dealing with it the way that I would deal with it. But I know a lot of guys who yo-yo are probably shy kids who are, it's kind of an oddball sport, at least sort of at the moment. And, if you're playing an oddball sport, maybe you're kind of a awkward kid or something, and you like yo-yo because it's fun and it's interesting and you've been having a good time with it, but at the same time, you're afraid to take your nicest yo-yos to school or whatever because somebody's going to pick on you for playing with a yo-yo, and you're afraid that they're going to take your $50 yo-yo and chuck it down a hill or something. Now, that's not right, and that type of behavior needs to stop. But there's things that you can do to sort of make yourself not as easy of a target. So, let's say you're kind of an awkward kid or an awkward guy or whatever. Don't let them see that it bothers you. That's going to be the biggest tip I can give anybody if you're bullying. Now, when I was a kid, I was confrontational. So clearly they saw that it bothered me, and it continued for a long time. But at the same time, I got into fights about it. I'd get hit, I'd get into fights, and you know what? That never worked out very well. At some point, this was mostly in middle school. At some point in high school, I mean, I got a group of friends. I got a little bit more confident with myself, and did it happen? Did you? Yeah, everybody gets picked on. I'm sorry, it happens. Maybe not everybody, but a lot of people get picked on, and you're not alone in that. But got a little more confidence in high school, and sort of just let things roll off my back. Like, oh, you're stupid or whatever. Like, okay, whatever you think, man. You're the coolest. Just let it roll off your back. Tell them, whatever, dude. You're cool. And just walk away. Doesn't matter. Don't stand up to them. Don't get up. Because all you're doing is showing them that you're getting their goat. If they get a non-reaction, if a bully gets a non-reaction out of you every time, it's just not going to happen as often. They're gonna cut back on it, and they're going to pick another target. Now, do you want them to pick another target? Maybe depending on how you feel at the moment. Yeah, maybe you do. But make sure that you're not quiet about it. That's the other thing. Don't be bullied quietly and pent it up. Talk to somebody. Talk to your friends. Talk to your parents. Hell, talk to me. I'm here to listen. It happens. I'm here to tell you that you're not the first person that it's happened to. It's not going to ruin your life. It shouldn't even change how you act or what you do. Don't give up yo-yoing because somebody was mean to you about it. That's what they wanted to happen. Don't give them that satisfaction. So, biggest tip I can give is just let it roll off your back and be like, yeah, man, whatever. You notice often enough that I can be self-deprecating and with my own jokes, and I pretty much only make fun of myself on my channel, and that's fine. I'm totally that's what I do. People like, oh, you should get better at yo-yo. Like, yep, working on it. I'm not a good yo-yo player. Like, oh, I suck at this aspect or I suck at that aspect, but I'm still out here doing it. And I'll tell you, I'm pretty honest about it. But, same thing goes with if somebody's trying to bully you. Just sort of let it roll off your back. It won't progress if you don't give them the satisfaction. It's kind of what I'm trying to say. If you get all pent up about it and, if they make you cry or whatever, I mean, they've won. And they know how to get your goat now. And it's just going to continue. Best advice that I can give you is don't let that happen. Don't let them get to you. Make a joke about it and move on. And, you'll feel better about it because if you make it seem like it's no big deal, eventually you'll think it's no big deal and you'll just let it roll off. So they will eventually get bored of your non-reactions and move on. Now, don't be like me. What I would do is I would get up in their face and insult them right back and be really mean about it, actually. Like, I could be a mean kid. That's probably why, it's probably why I did what I did. But I was only mean if, you were mean to me first. And occasionally you'll even see me do that. Like, if you're friends with me on Facebook or whatever, I occasionally still do that. I snap. It happens. I'm sorry. I need to take my own advice and just not. But sometimes there are some things worth standing up for. Being picked on because you're yo-yoing. Yeah, man, whatever. You're the coolest. I forgot. Walk away from it. That being said, you may think, oh my God, if particularly high school, middle school, you might, because I thought this way. You may think, oh my God, this is ruining my life. These bullies are going to ruin my life. I'm going to forever be known as this kid or that kid. Well, I'm going to tell you that as important as middle school and high school seems to you right now, once you leave, it's not important at all. It's important to learn, so go and learn. But all that social structure and social status is all gone once you graduate. All of it. None of it matters. It, in fact, acts like it never mattered ever. I stay in touch with a couple of guys from high school who have been my best friends since we were 10. At any given day, I have no idea what happened to everybody else. No idea whatsoever. And my best friends and I, we've all gone our separate ways. We don't see each other terribly often because, one of us moved to California. The other one's about an hour south of here. Do we meet up when we can? And is it the best ever? Yeah, it's great. But all the guys who are bullies or whatever, I have no idea what happened to them. Haven't seen them in a decade, maybe 2 decades. No, just 1 decade. I haven't seen them in at least a decade, maybe longer. And I could care less. And I'm sure they could care less where I am. It doesn't matter anymore. Once you're done with what you're doing, as important as it seems to you right now, that's it. It's done and it's over with. And you move on. You go to college. Bullying doesn't really happen in college. It just doesn't. I mean, maybe hazing if you join a fraternity, but even that's illegal and people can get in big trouble for that and what have you. That doesn't really happen in college. And you could do whatever in college, and it's like, oh, that's so quirky. College is totally different as far as social structure works, because there isn't one. It's everybody's thrown into this pot, and it's just a mix. Doesn't really happen in college, and then really it just matters if you grow up, get a job, and do well for yourself. So, best advice I could give you: bullying doesn't matter. If somebody's bullying you, as long as they're not physically assaulting you, which, stand up for yourself, get somebody else, tell an adult, tell somebody in charge. Assault that's a crime. Don't let people hit you. I'm not saying that, but don't escalate situations and don't let it bother you, because it doesn't mean anything. It's a thing that once high school's over, it's over. That's it. Once middle school's over, you go to high school, but it even lessens at that point. So what I'm saying is, it's not the end of the world. Play your yo-yo and enjoy it. Doesn't matter what other people say about it, because I guarantee you when you get to college, somebody will think it's cool and they'll want to play yo-yo with you. And after that, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't. None of that social structure matters anymore. Move on. Have fun. Have a good time. Make friends. You'll be okay. Like I said, if anybody needs somebody to talk to your parents, talk to your teachers, talk to your friends. Like I said, you can even talk to me if you need to. I'm reachable through social media if it's something. I don't know how much I can help, because like I said, it's been a long time since I've been through it. But from my perspective, just kind of wanting to give advice to everybody, and to the younger guys out there, to the younger throwers who are, maybe experiencing I can't talk today. Too much coffee or not enough or something. Or maybe experiencing some bullying or being bullied. It's not the end of the world. Don't let it get to you, and do your best. We're all here for you. We're a very supportive community, and everybody's here for you if you need somebody to lean on. This is a great community for that. But it's not the end of the world. I promise you. So, thanks so much for watching, guys. I know I rambled on for a while. Maybe I helped somebody, maybe I didn't. But let me know down in the comments what you think. Anybody experiencing any bullying or anything like this due to yo-yoing? I'm sorry if you are. But tell them. Let's start a little discussion down in the comments. I'll be around. Today is Friday. This is going up on Friday. So, everybody have a good weekend. And thanks so much for watching, guys. Cheers to you. I'll see you next time.